I'm going to show you how to make photo transfers that you can actually use for anything. I will show you how to finish it into this really simple little pendant today because everyone wants to wear a picture of my dog around their neck. But you can use these for anything you want. Photo transfers is a really cool technique. I will tell you right up front, it is the technique that fails the most in my experience. Well, I mean, I've had plenty of failures, but I can make photo transfers fail pretty easily. And I think a lot of polymer clay artists will tell you the same thing. There is a ton of information on the web about this. Just do a Google search on polymer clay image transfers and you will find 50 different methods. You really have to find what works well for you. I will show you two that work very well for me. Other people swear by other methods, but I will show you two real easy ones, and they're actually probably the two that require the least amount of, different papers or equipment that you need. Okay? So, a photo transfer. I use pictures of my dogs. You want to make sure if you're going to sell something like this, you actually have the rights to the picture you're using. Use like your own drawings or your own photos is a good bet. You will also find a lot of information. Some people say use a laser printer, a copier, an inkjet printer, use liquid Sculpey, use no Sculpey, whatever. Again, you have to put together the information that's going to work best for you. Today we're going to use laser printed images. This is a toner-based laser printer. You can also use toner-based photocopies, black and white or color. I have some from both. These are all laser printer, but it's got to be toner-based. I would suggest that you make multiple copies because the chances of it working perfectly every time, as I said, is not great. So I have lots and lots of sheets of these so that I can try it over if it doesn't work. So the other method we're going to show you is using the images on t-shirt transfer paper. This is very readily available at places like Office Max, Staples, paper supply, office supply stores like this. This particular brand is Avery. Canon has some. There's a lot of different brands of t-shirt. It's what you would put an image on and then iron onto a t-shirt. But instead of ironing it on, we're gonna put it on clay. So these are the two methods we're going to do today. Toner-based on plain paper and inkjet on t-shirt transfer paper. All right, first the toner-based one. Roll out your sheet of clay. This works best on white or pearl. This is on white, this is on pearl. There's a slight difference. But for color copies, you want the white. This method is so easy, I can't believe it, and I think it's worked almost every time for me. You want to take, another important thing, when you're printing out your pictures, if it matters to you, you need to reverse it because, of course, it's going to go down and the image is going to transfer this way. So this is actually the opposite direction he was looking. But I reversed the pictures before I printed it out, and so he'll be facing the right way when I turn it over. Okay, so you want to take a nice smooth piece of clay, put your transfer down. In this method, it doesn't really matter how close you cut to the edge. It's okay. You want to really, really make sure that every inch of this is touching the clay. You want to burnish it really well. Some people use a bone folder or a stick, like a popsicle stick kind of thing, or some other tool. I use my finger because I can really feel, you can really see that I'm hitting every single corner of this to make sure there's full contact with the clay. Okay, now that is down there really well. Now we take a spray bottle of water. This is so easy, it's kind of ridiculous. You're going to really soak the paper, get it nice and wet, and then just gently start rubbing, and the paper is going to ball up and rub away, and it's going to leave the picture on the clay. Now, you can see why it doesn't matter that you left a border of paper on there, because only the ink is going to stay, but that paper right here just rolls right off. If it starts to dry out, give it another little spray of water. I'm going to push. Okay, that's interesting. I had no idea why my dog turned out blue. Like I said, this is not a foolproof method. I have never had one change color that much. Perhaps it's because I have no idea what it is. Well, obviously, it's the different layers of ink are, some are staying, some are coming off. I've actually never had that happen. But that is the basic method. You want to rub until you feel a nice smooth surface and you don't have any more paper on there. That's really bizarre. I'm guessing it's a combination of the hot lights are actually messing with the inks and drying it out as we're doing it. But anyway, pretend my dog isn't blue, and then you can cut this and shape it however you want. And it's a good idea to do this right on the surface you're going to bake on, like a tile, because then you don't have to move it. You don't have to distort that image at all when you're going to bake it. I will move it, however, my little blue doggy, over to the side, and I will quickly show you how to do the t-shirt transfer method.